Alrighty, let's go ahead and stop there. I love listening to Memoirs, but I'm going to get started because it's going to be a long stream, just plain easy stuff today, probably. I'll just keep it in premium if I'm going to have long sets. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I know Haru's going to want to have it different later, so why don't we just change it now? There you go. We'll just keep it that way. None. Just changing it back to 1 credit premium.
Physical zones level 10. Level 10.
Yay, cycling. Might as well just bar everything. It's gonna be a long session. start with this and just work our way around.
Absolutely perfect!
Thankfully, I've got POU tracker
Next
pulled up, so we
stage.
can just go down the list. Don't have to worry too much about it. Curiosity Overdrive. Way over here. Curiosity Overdrive. I find that hard to be rated the same as cycling. One of those two needed to move. And probably cycling did.
Absolutely
The cycling is
perfect!
so dense.
Next stage.
Like, I know this is one of the easier 10s, but even cycling feels a little bit higher as a jump.
Level 10.
Hey, guess what? We were at a Chinese restaurant the other day. It was only Panda Express, but it counts. Definitely need to get some dim sum sometime. There's just nothing quite like good, authentic dim sum. Like this song that much anymore, but this chart's still pretty good. Definitely one of the better balanced ones.
Absolutely perfect!
But yeah, out of like all of Memo's stuff, Chinese Restaurant actually ended up one of my least favorites as time went on.
Game
It was
over.
fine at the time, but I just feel like most of the other stuff that he put in the game ended up being better. Keyword being most. Not everything.
The Teenage Difficult Jones Up Level Challenge.
Now we're going old school because I've got to Get Up next. Everyone loves Beethoven's Ninth. I think this one's hard, isn't it? Because Crazy's 15. This is an old chart. This chart is older than some newer players. You know, honestly, that chart's still okay.
Maybe they changed some box.
Maybe, I don't remember. I don't think this did anything.
Absolutely perfect!
But if there were changes, they couldn't have been that big.
Next stage.
But honestly, the pacing of that is really the only issue. Like, the patterns themselves feel fine for the most part.
I mean, I don't find crazy as long as you remove double steps for me, because double steps
Also still a good chart.
Next stage.
Alright, now we get into doubles. Yari of all things. Well, here, why don't we just skip the doubles? We'll come back for them. Just so I don't have to leave the folder. I don't have to keep leaving the folder. I'm already gonna have to shift around a lot.
I just don't have the stupid stop anymore.
I don't even remember where the stop was.
Maybe I think it's other release. Maybe it's other release.
I don't remember anymore. I think I play these charts like once every 5 years, usually. It's not very often we can use gallops. It's a tough 10. Like, it's fine to be in the 10 range, but it's definitely on the higher end because of all the hurting.
Absolutely.
That certainly was an era for charts.
Game
When things
over.
actually started getting more like streamlined and consistent in a good way. Because things were definitely all over the place before then, for easier charts.
New series. Difficult, no level challenge.
Solidified. Got these freaking EGs in here. Gotta fix all these EGs. Only because of HP. What's up, Gary? What a good chart. That's a good 10. It's
Good
good.
HP chart.
Yeah, it's very HP. It is very much his style. In a good way. Like, that's definitely one of his better ones.
Absolutely perfect.
What's up, Big John? What's up, man? We're just
Next stage.
we're just doing very easy dance game things today for several hours. I just wanna just chill, talk with people, whoever wants to come in. I've got I've got POU tracker on that monitor over there, so I can keep track of like what I still need to play. So we're just gonna grind perfect scores out. These will be easy, but I just want an excuse to get up because I'm still lazy. I hope everyone's having a good day so far and a good week so far. Hey, Toy. How you doing, sir? That's still not safe, right? They could have at least synced that up properly again. That's one of those Conrad charts that definitely gets better as it goes along.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just take things one at a time. It's good to see you too. But yeah, today's just a very lazy day as a whole. Because we played BBB and Quake last night, and now I just kind of just want to just fix things on a game that will make them work. Alright, that's all singles done.
Level 10.
Shift over folders.
Difficulty zone sim level 15. Level 10.
Now we can go down the double side of things. There's not too many of these to do.
I'm gonna have to play Sonic 3.
Yeah, I know. It's at the bottom of the list. It'll cap off my 10s for now. Uh, 12, by the way. Can't believe this was rated a 12 before. I kind of get the logic why. I probably would have been fine with that as an 11. We could have at least like split the difference. There's enough movement to where we could have split the difference there. Oh, well. It is what it is.
Game over.
It's at least a good song to chill to. It's not like the most exciting thing, but it's fine. Elysium. Elysium.
New teams. This will be the level 17. Level 10.
Man, this folder is so small now. This folder used to be so much bigger, and now we're down to 35 D10s in arcade. Just honestly a little saddening. Like, we have way too many, like, 16 sixes. I think, like, 16s alone, between double and single, we have, like, well over 200. Don't forget, it's really late. Really late. Why did I bracket that note? At least I didn't have any problems. Like, once that chart gets started, it's fine. The problem is it takes like 30 plus seconds to actually get started. That's what's sad about it. Alright, well, speaking of Nimbo charts, I am not going to spin. I just want to get this over with. I don't feel like spinning. Really? Okay, we'll let that die out. Really? I very disagree with that. Oh, it's so
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, Dan?
Just swap JT minus 5 and
Yeah, I probably just should. What's up, Doc?
Game
Look,
over.
this song is so ridiculously late. Like, if I had to wait a year for a pizza to get here, it would probably still arrive earlier than the notes. It's really that bad on that song. Yeah, let me just slap JT minus 5 on that. Don't worry about it.
New teams. This will be zone sim level 17.
And I was actually trying too, but it really is just that badly off sync, which is like literally the only flaw with this song. I'm glad I just said a double step out of it so I wouldn't get screwed at the end. Yeah, I get you.
Absolutely
Hey, Regin.
perfect.
How's it going, sir? Yeah, we're chilling. So I gotta give a big shout out to Tusa for U-Tracker. Because that's the only reason I'm doing this, so I can actually like visualize what I still have to do without scrolling the entire folder. It's so much better this way. Let's see, heart attack. Yeah, it's like right there. Oh, nice. Hope you can enjoy a summer break a little bit. Unfortunately, I have to actually do something rather than wait 30 seconds at the beginning of this. 'Cause I want to goof around. I get why this intro is here. But it's so boring for a game, unfortunately, which is a shame because the rest of the song is good. It also does tie into what DJ Counterforce does during his day job. Because he is a doctor. It's a little weird. It also feels like very old school, even though it's not, because there's a lot of one-sided
It
things.
feels like the church just doesn't know what it wants to be.
To be fair, if you're having a heart attack, I think you don't know what you want to be.
I wasn't feel alive.
Absolutely perfect.
Well, that's what the chart is.
I feel alive is not
Next
fearing.
stage.
No, it's not. Yeah, I got faith in you. You can do it. Tritium. A song that I don't really like that much, but it is a little bit more suited to the game. Funny, we were just talking about Chinese restaurant. I think I actually like Chinese restaurant a little bit more than Tritium. Cool background though. And good charts. Not my favorite, but they're good. Yeah, that's really my most common complaint with the song. It's just, in the middle, it's just a bunch of noise. the rest of the song is fine, but the middle is just a bunch of noise.
Absolutely perfect!
Doc, how much more you got until you get Expert 3? Like, how far away?
Game over!
Those 24s that get pretty rough, but I'm sure you could nab, like, some of the easier ones if you haven't already. Tritium, Fly High.
Experience difficulty zone level 17. Level 10.
I should fly.
Yeah, Fly High. If there's gonna be a Dreamcatcher song that leaves the game, this is probably gonna be the one. Because it definitely isn't nearly as popular as the other ones for players. And it's not a bad song at all. But I think everybody likes the faster ones. There's the extra Eric notes. Leave it to him to just add some at the end outside of the middle six.
You have one note on the square.
Yeah, one note on each of those. And then like two on these.
Absolutely perfect!
I wish it was Fly. We love Fly. Oh god, I gotta get your groove on. I can't even remember what this looked like.
Probably like that.
Yeah, probably like crap because it's old. There are some nasty ones, but there's also a lot of really easy ones. Like, I think 11 has a 16. Like, that one's really easy if I'm remembering right. Good song. It's kind of a shame it took me forever to actually play anything for it, but to be fair, there wasn't anything to play for me until Prime 2. Nagasatsu is just weird. If you can get past like the one-sided runs here and there, it's not that bad.
Absolutely perfect! Wow! New record!
Anyways, like I said, song is good and just doesn't have anything to really play, which is unfortunate. Alliteration. I do like this song, but the lower charts are not terribly great for this one, unfortunately. I think this one honestly would have benefited from being harder, like being a 12. It would have made more sense.
Absolutely perfect!
Yeah, I would go for K-pop 16s as a whole because they're gonna be generally a lot less pattern heavy. They're gonna mostly try and focus on density, and it'll generally be easier. Well, I'm glad there's a little bit of love for Obliteration. Oh, I got Hey You and Solitary left. Great. Great. Those are my last two tens at least. But man, what a 2 to end on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Street Shooter just unfortunately is not very good. But it's also focusing mostly on stuff on one pad. So it's a good choice if that's your strong point. Do you remember this character's name? Because I don't. It's not Satoko. I forget like which character this is. Like by name. chart was better than I remembered. I think it's really just the song that does it for everyone. But that chart was actually fine.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
The strong of you to assume Nissan's 2 flows. Because in some places it's like like it's probably a little bit fixed now, but pre-Phoenix definitely not. Yeah, set me up to now 17. It was pretty hard for a 16. So I do agree with that re-rate. Maria's 16 now, yes. Maria's good.
Anything that I can add snowball is easy.
Oh, confirm this is harder.
I probably asked it no bar, and I probably don't want to.
You probably traumatized yourself to not think about it. And with how this chart is as a speed chart, and how bad the sync gets, I wouldn't blame you. That chart was never meant to be played seriously outside of a freestyle.
Absolutely perfect!
Alright, 10s are done. Thank goodness.
Next stage.
Solitaire needs more love, but it also just... People just don't like it as a whole. Like, don't blame them. Yeah, right. Mom, I want to play Solitaire. We have Solitaire at home.
That is so much better.
Anyways, let's go to 11s here. Let's have a look at our grades. Let's go down. Wait for another score instead. There you go. That'll be better that way. Okay, not too much to do. There's like 12, 13 songs, something like that.
Level 10. Difficulty zone double. Level 10.
Alright, up first, I've got Red Snow. Huh. I guess I should have cleaned this up when I was doing Community Challenge the other day. I know, Red Snow. Red Snow's over here. See? Red Snow. I always think of the game over screen in Portrait of Ruin. Because the font makes it look like game over. Which is very fitting how glitchy that game ended up. There's some pretty nasty bugs in Portrait of Ruin. Like being locked out after the death fight. That got a lot of people. That being said, Portrait of Ruin is an excellent game, and my favorite of the DS Manias. It's probably my favorite Castlevania in general. Just because it's just really fun. quick chart. Yep. Red's numb. Yeah, Clovis is done pretty quick these days. Like, compared to modern, like,
Game over.
in the last 6 or 7 years, compared to modern 24s, the Clovis is actually pretty easy for a 24. You do have to do some work, but if you know how to cheese it, it isn't that hard. It's definitely a lot easier than a lot of 24s I play. Oh, God.
New team.
Alright, cover your ears.
The level
That's
7.
needed, because it's really loud coming up. Really, really loud. I just wish the opening scream wasn't so loud. Like, sure, have everything else, but the scream is just, ugh. At least I get to just wait here. I might have to deep dive into the cut, because that got really early at the end. The cut might be done properly, which I wouldn't doubt.
Absolutely. Next stage.
I don't even recommend Goodnight Full for S24. That one's actually pretty nasty in some ways.
Well, I'm just saying for a scene. A lot of people get it very early by mashing.
Yeah, by mashing. But Doc's not in like much of a position to mash with those pads. As far as I know. You can correct me on that as needed. Oh my goodness. I have a lollipop raid. Hello, ma'am. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. I hope you've been well. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Zelo if you don't know me, or Zello, however you want to say it. Never matters. I'm taking a very easy day for Pump. I'm just grinding for perfect games. So if you want to learn how to play lower level charts, this is the stream for you. Anyways, what were you up to today? Were you playing some ITG Mania? Anyways, I've thankfully got PIU tracker on that monitor over there so I can keep track of everything that I still need to play. And we're just going to grind out perfect games. Like I said, very lazy day today. Pop sequence. I don't even remember what this one looked like. Thing is, I like this song more than Marshy's original song for Pump. Like, I like the top. Yeah, that feels too ambitious to be an 11. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you can play some more pumps soon.
This one is a bit one, right?
New record!
This one is a bit slapstick parfait is yellow, right?
Next stage.
This one is a pink and slapstick parfait is yellow, right?
I don't remember. Why are you asking me? Chicken wing. Oh, Lord.
What?
Yeah, chicken wing. Chicken wing. I should have gone the other way. I really should have gone the other way. Like, I'm not even close to chicken wing
No, you
over here.
should press different button, press up.
Up, down, down,
It's
left.
just a single, it's not a double, there's no double.
Yeah, there's no double anymore. That chart was thankfully deleted. I'm already done with that. Yeah, anybody who's never seen Chicken Wing's old double chart that was a 13, that was an experience. And thankfully, it's gone. Also, holy crap, how did I catch that? That being said, this chart is also just as old, and not really any better. Yeah, 16 drills in my 11 at 200 BPM. And jack as well. And anchor taps. What a chart. What a chart.
Absolutely
That's a chart.
Like, I know the early days we were all experimenting, trying to figure out what to do, but man,
game over.
some of those ghosts needed to be exercised a bit more.
Now, question, which one is worse, this or pizza?
No. We're not even getting into that. We're not even getting into that one. Let's go play a good chart.
Level 11.
And thankfully the next one is a good chart. Well, from what I heard extra, they had just a brand new team of step makers that were not involved in the previous games. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but I wouldn't doubt it. Such a good chart. Like, really just, like, expands on its themes. That one, like, for an older chart, yeah, D17 is actually quite good. That was one of the early half levels. It is hard, but it is a good try. No, that's actually true because it was F2 Systems for Extra. They assisted with that, so that is true. I gotta go back to Heart Attack. Boop! You're gonna hear a lot more boops. Because if one time wasn't enough. Yeah, Witch Doctor number 1 has some stuff that's like upper end of their difficulties. Please let me get this in one try so I don't have to sit through the intro again. I can't even just talk with y'all while I'm doing this. Background's still cool though. That one does work out a little better than double, but it's still a little scatterbrained in places. Beep. Beep. I missed the step artist beep.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
Alright, Avalanche. Now I understand why I had a heart attack. I caused an avalanche. And if you had an avalanche coming towards you, you'd have a heart attack. Alright, now we're on to a Meme song that I really enjoy. Like, I think this is a fantastic remix of Winter. Like, it's not just based off of Vivaldi. It pretty much directly remixes Vanya's Winter. Like, it's even in the same key. I also do appreciate the VGA being a bunch of wireframes of many previous pup characters. that was an experience. That is definitely not a chart people really like. I kind of have more appreciation for it now,
Game over.
but I also think it still is a little too off the wall. Alright, 3 more singles. I think this is a lot shorter. There's not even as many doubles to do either.
Returns. Difficulty. So level 10. Level 11.
New Rose. It's right over here. One of the brand new songs. Yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't really vibe with me. This one's fine, but it doesn't really vibe with me. Good start. Hey, you should probably actually read the notes, Zelo. That might help. Reading the notes might be important. That could be the hard thing of playing easy stuff, is now you try and go on autopilot.
Difficulty. So level
But
11.
when you go on autopilot, you don't read any changes. Like, it's fine, but it's definitely in bottom half of the originals for me and for Phoenix. There we go. Figured out why I don't like this song that much. It reminds me of Midnight Scramble, but Midnight Scramble was a lot more lively.
Absolutely perfect.
Like, I just think, here, Midnight Scramble, pitched down and darker, but not as cool. Yeah, it happens, but that's also, unfortunately, the harsh thing about tournament play is you have to be ready to play cold. And that's actually a lot of why, when I've been doing online matches with people, like even like with Tusa or Jev, I'll just play something cold with them. And it's like, if they get a win, so what? But it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta learn to run with it. Like, shoot, if y'all saw the AAPI Hotfix showcase on Sunday, I went from playing a 188 BPM song or something to playing a 240 BPM song right afterwards. And let me tell you, 16th and 240 are always hard, but they're especially hard when you don't have like a huge warm-up going into them. I forgot how good this chart is. I just never play this song that often anymore. It's actually not one of my Vanya favorites. But it is lively and it's fine. definitely stands out in a good way. Maybe it was the contest charts, because they all have their problems. That is such a great twist chart, but it is a pretty tough 11 because of it.
It used to be 9.
Yeah, it used to be a 9. Gee, I wonder who rated it that.
Next stage.
Random is fun, but I would probably do your random at the end of a credit just to make sure you don't toss it away if stage break's not on.
Now the 70th.
It probably is. I would assume so, if it's that badly misrated. Anyways, it could have been, but Tropicana. Well, this song is more appropriate than ever because it is almost summertime. Background is also so good. I wish I could forget that. The thing about that is that it used to be what, a 10 before, and then it went down to 7.
Wow! New record!
That was like the most absurd re-rating.
Game over!
Some things like at late NXA and early Fiesta for re-ratings were just really, really off.
Let's not forget Kennedy 15.
Alright, time for double stuff. Not too much here. Hypercube.
New tunes! Difficulty zone level 17. Level 11.
No. What happened there for Liod's? So, there was the old Another Freestyle. The old Another Freestyle was the old half double chart. That was rated a 7. That was roughly correct for the time. But then in NXA, they replaced that chart with a new chart, which was basically the one-player version of the co-op. And they forgot to re-rate it. There was also Witch Doctor number 1 and Another Hard, which was accidentally also rated like a 7 or something.
Yeah, they forgot to insert 1 before.
They forgot to insert a 1. Anyways, this song is great. This This is also still one of my favorite Max songs. He's just really at home when he does Psytrance. I still can't believe like this song was used for like the Prime Music, like menu music, and then it became a real thing in the December update. And we're like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. I actually really do appreciate for Hypercube's charts that all of them kind of start with an idea and they just kind of maintain a bunch of those expanded ideas.
Absolutely perfect!
Definitely a good set of learning charts. They can be a little weird, but they're good weird. Hungarian. The last mark of an original Vanya song. Not counting Infinity remixes. Yeah, you can definitely tell that Gunn, the one who was running Vanya by this point, was just kind of tired of everything by the time Fiesta EX came around. Like, the only thing we got from Vanya and Fiesta EX were this and Devil. So 2 classical remixes, that's it, and he pieced out after that. Well, at least we ended up getting good charts for both those songs. So, not a bad one to end on, I guess. If you're gonna end your involvement with the series. Oh, on S18? Yeah. Yeah, they probably asked him to come back and do at least a little bit. Although, from what I remember, all 3 of his Prime 1 songs were just things he had on tap. Like, Hyacinth definitely was, but it was re-recorded with a singer, which made it way better. Red Swan was Red Swan, but Blaze of Motion just felt like such a waste. Like, Blaze of Motion was just... It's just existed. Well, I ain't playing Pizza Crazy, but I'm playing Pizza Freestyle. What a chart.
You don't have enough pizza in your body.
Yep, I guess not. Okay, so here's the thing about Blaze Emotion. That band version is actually the original version of the song.
Game over.
Like, that is the first version of it. So it was really added to the game as a complete afterthought. I'm like, we've already got like an actual good version, might as well throw this one in. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get OG Hyacinth either. That one, without the singer, is really not good. The singer really does help Hyacinth a lot.
Difficulty zone level 17. Level 11.
Like, without the singer, you've got like the little piano pinks doing the melody. And it's bad. Well, D19's been lost for forever. Nobody bothered recreating it after it was dropped. There's a lot of weird things. There, go away. Oh yeah. Yeah, the song is good, the chart is less than desirable. It's kind of like what all my old doubles are currently. Alright, here's our last 11. Great song, I wish we would get new charts. Haven't had anything new since co-op was added. I kind of wish the Spanish version was still a hidden thing, because the Spanish version of this is actually still a pretty good lesson. Unfortunately, I can't say the same about First Love. But the Spanish version of this is actually good. Although I still prefer the free version. What a chart as well.
Absolutely perfect.
No, that would be fun as an Easter egg. That would be fun as an Easter egg. Before, you had to just enter in a code, I think.
Well, the song is
Next stage.
Yeah, let's not even go into that wormhole. That's enough of a rabbit hole there. Alright, so that finishes 11. Alright, where are we at on 12s here? Score. Apparently I have everything done in 12s. Oh, no, never mind. They didn't sync up. Okay, there's not too much in 12s. There's surprisingly only one single, just Ragnarok.
Level 11. Difficulty zone double level 10. Level 7.
Yeah, I should have gone the other way. That's fine. Yeah, you're right. It's right here, 84. Yeah, right. I'm okay with not starting rank next level. I did enough of that for 3 games. I was one of the few people that still gave a crap. I do have a bit of a fondness for this song because I do have a quick story. So, Prime was still in planning. MacDon came to the Infinity team at the time, and he asked our opinions about 2 or 3 songs. I remember 2 of them. There might have been a third, and there was one we didn't like, but this one came up, and we were just like, yeah, this one's good. This one's good to add. So I'm happy this made the final cut for them, because it's a pretty good song. I do wish it ended a little better than just a fade out, though. But it's a good song.
Absolutely.
Well, this one's thankfully nowhere near the worst. There are definitely some way worse ones in Prime 1. That being said, with BGA Dark being a standardized thing now, I would still rather have a BGA than no BGA.
New tunes.
Because even if I don't like it, oh look, I can at least darken it so it's not a problem. Like, it's just something to think about just because
Difficulty zone
an official game like this,
level 7.
where BGAs have been such a huge part of the identity, stripping them away really did hurt. And we don't get BGAs for non-originals now unless they're either music videos or they already come with the song in some way. Like, they'll pretty much not go out of their way to make BGAs for world music. So I was happy when some world music had BGAs show up, like Viola's Nightmare or Nade Nade. Like, those were nice to have. But it really shouldn't have happened. And I think they wanted to constrain the budget to have more songs. And that's why they didn't want to put more budget into BGAs. But Phoenix is already kind of big. We're going to end the game probably at about 150 songs in the Phoenix folder after a 2-year period, which is, for Pump, that's huge. And that's probably a little too big. I think I would rather cut like 20 or 30 of the songs and just have more BGAs. That's just me from just a presentation standpoint. Anyways, let's do a choir. Speaking of great BGAs, oh man, this BGA is so good. Somebody made a UCS that basically copies the BGA, and I'm so happy it did. Will I willingly play it? Probably not without money involved, but I'm happy it exists. charts for this are also really fun because they're so goofy. Hey, look, a slowdown on a 12. They didn't get rid of all my slowdowns. What a good shirt. The BGA is so good. It is really funny.
Absolutely perfect! Wow! New record!
I think they might be trying to like take what they learned or didn't learn from Chrono Circle and try and apply it to Pump, but not everything of that should be applicable. Because I can understand not having everything in a brand new IP have BGAs. Because in Chrono Circle you had K-pop videos, you had almost all original songs, and a handful of variety and Vocaloid. But there were other things that just didn't have BGAs and just showed just the jacket, and that was fine because it was a brand new IP. It made sense that way. It was fine. What really surprised me was some Vocaloid songs actually did get brand new BGAs made for the game. And there were several like special title cards made for anime licenses.
Pretender also got a new BGA.
It got a generic, yeah.
Yeah, but that generic was
Yeah,
only used for like 1 or 2 songs, and it was also new.
yeah, it was a strange situation. But yeah, like trying to do the same for Pump when already had a history of BGAs, I felt like that was a step backwards. If only we could have the Easter egg title card for this one in K-pop. That would have been glorious. Unfortunately, Rush Mode isn't even in the game anymore, so it wouldn't make sense to have it in now. Because it was tied to that before. Hey, Yoshi. What's up, sir? Tech notes. Oh, I would love Shusha skin back too.
Wow! New record!
Yeah, and it's understandable considering that was pretty much peak BGA making back then.
But even back then, they only had money for so many rounds.
Yeah, some of the other ones were not. So, like a bunch of things that are not in the game anymore.
When was that trap introduced?
And Trap?
A-trap.
Oh god, I never remember. Isn't that like a Premiere era?
I don't know.
Like everything during like the
That was
Premiere,
insane.
like stuff during the Premiere era where they started using like the composite video footage and everything. Those are generally not that great.
But even Phantom, it's not that many stuff going on.
But it has a lot of character in it, so it's fine.
Yeah, but people complain specifically about the quality of animation, and I'm saying that animation is a very, very small number of
It
pieces.
depends, because the main alien's really well animated. I think that's what saves it.
The art story is better animated. There are fishes flying, there's the parents, that's it.
Oh, there's just a lot under the hood. There's definitely a lot of character and stuff. Yes, you should do that, Yoshi. You should. And here's like your tutorial on how to play all these. Because that's all I'm doing today is just cleaning up all the BGEs that I missed. Like I said, big shout outs to Tusa. Because without PIU Tracker, I would not be doing this today. Now, speaking of really cool BGAs, if I remember right, Dion made the whole BGA in freaking PowerPoint. Also, shoutouts to Sampling Awakening. Like, sometimes you just need a little bit of creativity to make things work, and he knows what he's doing. It's also still a really, really good remix of the source material.
Absolutely perfect!
The 3D motion ones have definitely gotten a lot better over years. Especially since we've hired some really good talent in the last few games for 3D stuff. It's kind of a shame Armos isn't doing anything for us anymore, because Armos, I think, really kicked it off with Prime 2 stuff when Armos was hired. And we had stuff like Hyperion. I think that really kicked it in. And we've hired more and more since then. Like, Fusebox has definitely gotten very good at doing 3D things. And Marie is also very good at that.
New tunes. This will be going to level 18, level 12.
Halcyon. I don't really enjoy playing Halcyon Pump. Like, there isn't anything wrong with it. I'm kind of sick of playing Halcyon in general. I think I kind of appreciate things being cut in this game because that's less to deal with. I'm probably the only person in the world who thinks that. I especially got sick of this after I played it so much in Chrono Circle trying to PC it. Which unfortunately never was able to.
Absolutely perfect! Next.
Oh yeah, we love Devitt. We love Devitt. Devitt, when he's doing things, is great. Definitely one of the best modern pump characters. Well, I don't know if Marie uses Devitt in. I'm sure she used Devitt in other things because Devitt was in Club Night.
I've seen one of her submissions to other games or BMS something, and it used the.
Okay, so yeah, it's her character. It's her character then. But she loves using Devitt. It's Revolution. Yeah, some things are just too played out to really stand out at that point. I know there's a lot of complaining about this song. Because people didn't really care for the charts. To be fair, they are kind of simplistic for the song. Oh, this one's pretty good. It's definitely one of the trickier ones. Yeah, and for being like 160, yeah. Hey, that's why we play to learn. So the thing about playing well in Pump
Wow!
is not just playing the dense, compact stuff. Now you have to also learn how to play the twisty things. And that's where like a lot of modern players struggle because a lot of twisty things got removed over the years, and most of the modern charting is more like compact, dense style, which in itself is fine. But you have to be able to balance that by playing what is there. Prime SD. Ugh. I do not miss playing Prime mixes on SD.
Revolution is not even complex to read, it's just very tiring with all the steps.
There's a few spots. Not too many, but there's a few spots for 12. Like here, this should be a pretty good example if I remember right. Because I don't remember Emo Momo having like terribly complex. But we'll see. It's been a while since I played it. Also a good BGA. Although this song was definitely not on my bucket list for something to add a pump. So I was very surprised. Also Benuis. So that one's mostly compact. If there's turning difficulty, it's mostly just in the middle four.
Absolutely perfect!
But that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of the new patterns are structured like that, where you kind of have twists in the middle six, but you don't have like wide patterns like this, for example. Like, that's not as common now. It's just a change in sign of the times. Okay, we only have one more 12 to do. It looks like it's just overblow. Then we'll move into 13s. Oh wow, we've been almost 2 hours. It's already been almost 2 hours.
New tunes. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 13. Level 13.
Overblow. Way past it. Yeah, middle four is admittedly difficult. And that is where a lot of the difficulty comes in when you're trying to start doubles for the first time. Okay, here's a good contrast to how Emo Momo did. But then we got a Fiesta chart. We're gonna get more movement complexity. See patterns like these. So we're using those kinds of three panels. It's just not something you see very often. There's a lot less of stuff that's like directly on one side. BPM was definitely a master of doing that. And just being able to use the whole thing in a very cool, twisty way. But that's definitely not the only way to make a chart. It's a very good chart. Yeah, this is like the era I wish I grew up with. The era I grew up in was the Exceed era, which is rough to get your foot in. Alright, so 12s are done. 13s here. Oh god. Alright.
Level 10. Difficulty zone level 11. Level 13.
This is very much a case of good song, not good chart. Good song, but I wish it had modern charts. think the scary part is I'm pretty sure that chart was edited in some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a chart.
Next stage.
There are some great originals in NX2 that just did not get very good charts. So they just kind of got swept away. Because it wasn't an NXA arcade. It wasn't in Fiesta. I think Fiesta EX they brought it back. They were just like, what? Top City. Top City. My favorite quote-unquote Banya song.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, homeboys drop. 1, 2, 3, 100 shot. 5, 6, 7, 100 homeboys drop. 1, 2, 3, 4 shot. 5, 6, 7, 8, homeboys drop. 1, 2, 3, 100 shot. 5, 6, 7, 100 homeboys drop.
What a song. You know, I think the sad part is that's better than Guitar Man as a chart, despite being written like 5 years earlier.
Absolutely perfect.
There's at least like sparks of inspiration in there, and there's nothing too egregious.
Well, that seems good.
Game over.
Yeah, I wish there was more. Like the upper charts that were added, I love those. Those are great, but I do agree. I wish there were more charts to fill the gap, because the gaps are huge. Yeah. Yeah. You want to tell them the reason why they deleted it? So they can be really mad?
What is a play count? Apparently, I don't generate enough play count.
There you go. In case you didn't hear that, low play count is the reason they removed it. Not quality reasons, low play count.
One chart for all environments. And why did it have to be the chart I like? Why didn't they remove Pizza Plus Park, for example?
Because not low play count, apparently. Which is sad. Anyways, 11.
Thanks, G.
No, this is the BPM chart. This is the Fiesta chart. 11. For what it is, this chart is really good. But 11? Nah, I don't think so, man. 11.
11. Well, if they really did put 14, this Chimera would have much better difficulty spread, I guess, because there's nothing between this and 18.
And the thing is, most of the misrated stuff was fixed, but there are still some pretty bad things in general. Also, hi, Ellie. Hi, sir.
Wow! New record! Next stage.
Yeah, like that rating was not changed until
Same
XX.
person who rated our rank double 10 and single 9.
Same person who rated Bonnie Classic down to 7.
Our rank is a 9. Ha!
Yeah, our wrong being a 9 was like, wow.
It's right there in 13.
Anyways. Speaking of tough charts for their time. Like, this one's good. I'm just glad, overall, the quality of the charts is still good. Because rating is just a number. Mostly. Sometimes it matters for passing. Or ratings. How many of y'all have seen this chart ever? Because I barely play this one either. I'm pretty sure these used to be slowdowns too. Like, it's such a cool chart, but nobody knows about it. It's funny because people ask about stairs practice all the time. This is like the perfect one for that. By the way, 13. with 16ths at the end with turns at 150, like 153.
Another part, it is the 666 combos.
Yep, 666.
Wow! New
Like, legitimately a great chart, but
next stage.
it definitely comes up with what? What? What?
It was rated 8 in NX2.
8?
That's what it says.
If you didn't hear that, apparently in NX2 when this chart debuted, it was rated
No.
8. I didn't even remember
But
that.
we'll need to check that later.
No, I have a video. I have all of NX2 arcade.
It's another.
No, I have. Oh, another. I thought you said hard.
It's another part.
This is another hard? I thought this was hard.
That's what
Okay,
says.
whatever. We'll check that out later. So yeah, apparently it was an 8 before because I love BPM, but that dude could not rate. All right, let's get into double now. All singles and 13s are done.
Okay, that's
Keep on.
wait. No, die. Yeah, it was
Level 13. Level 15. Level 13.
I have many words and none of them are appropriate for stream. That one's pretty bad, but that's still not the worst. Because remember, in Exceed 1, Vook double, like freestyle, was a 6. And before it left the game, in Prime, at the end of Prime 2, it was 17. I'm pretty sure that also made Vook the same difficulty as Major and Virus. But you are right. That one's also pretty funny. We did talk about that one earlier. unfortunately got a little carried away at the end.
Absolutely perfect! Wow!
Alright. I think after we finish 13s, I'm gonna stop playing these for tonight. And we can open up, if y'all have requests, I'll play stuff up to a certain extent before I shut stream off. Because I just wanted I just wanted an excuse to just like play some.
Yeah, I just checked Vincent's video. It's in another part and I posted like 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get through the rest of the 13s first. So we've got, let's see. How many more I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've got 6 more. And then after that, if y'all have requests, we can play a few of those.
New Cheering Super Result Level 17. Level 13.
I didn't see what the request was.
Well, Marcy wanted a cat song.
Oh, okay. As if I didn't play enough cat songs on Sunday.
More cat songs.
I've already played a cat song. I played Hungarian.
Okay, say that's enough.
And if we want to talk more about re-ratings and still get a cat song in, we can always do Turkey Minimal. Because, wow, that one was also a thing. I forget whose chart this is. I think it's Conrad's. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. That's why I don't want to play too much more. Understandable. Yeah, if nobody's got anything after the remaining 13s are done, we'll just call it a night and I'll resume tomorrow probably before I go to work. So I'm probably going to spend most of the night playing Battle Hour 1. See, at least they kept those notes on the same 2 notes. Sure, if you really want that one. I've unfortunately gotten sick of that chart, but sure, I'll play it for you.
Why do you think I suffer all those years on those charts?
I don't know. Let's see, vanish. more.
Doubles for the Samsung service.
Yeah, he knew how to make good turns for his doubles in singles too. He was one of the more consistent people with lower level turns.
Absolutely perfect!
Rosing definitely understood. I think he really enjoyed playing them. That's why, because he had a whole bunch of UCS back in the day.
I like Connor's lower charts too.
Conrad's also very good at
Like,
doubles.
Stardust is Connor's, right?
Yeah, that's his.
That's one of my favorites.
I don't think we're ever gonna get a song by Kian or Foxby again now. I think they're too busy with easy to AC stuff. Like, it was nice to have them participate for a couple games, but I know Foxby especially is busy. I still like this chart. I think this is one of the better charts for the song. It's just, there's so much you can only do with like one part of the habanera.
Absolutely perfect! Wow!
The counterpart of this one.
Yeah.
Game
Hey, Rara.
over.
Yeah, Magirai City has very good charts as a whole. They were surprisingly very, very solid. Alright, one more of these 13s. I got Telling, Fortune Flower, Dual Racing, and Baroque, and that's it.
New tunes. This is your result. Level 17. Level 13.
Very appropriate to get the two Nimgos out of the way, back to back. Yeah, Life is Piano has a lot of stamina involved for it. A lot of running. It's a good one. such a strange charge. This is just constant back and forth. Like, it's just nothing but back and forth. That was a cool sound. I hit the bar by accident. That was cool. I'm not gonna do it again, but that was cool. It sounded like a very muffled gong. Alright, Dual Racing. Way past it. Not that one. This one. I think this is one of the best cross songs. Like, this song is good. I wonder if Nato and Ryuk did more collabs together. Stuff like that is Conrad at his best. It's kind of funny, like, he almost never posts scores of playing doubles on Pump ever. Like, if you go look at his social media, it's like all single scores whenever it's Pump stuff. But he's like one of the best at making doubles. It's just kind of funny. He just kind of just keeps it on the down low. Alright, one last 13 qualifiers. After that, we're going to play one more credit because Haru really wants to see the one true half double in that range. Who was this rated originally? 11? Eternal Fight. spinning that. Baroque is good. Baroque is solid. Alright, and that's all 13's done.
No, I think this is gonna be a nice well.
It's very movement intensive. I think 13, especially since if you get off in the holds, you die pretty quick. Like, if it was just taps, I'd probably agree with you, but since it's all holds, like all the way down for the last 30 seconds, it's very scary. Yeah, it's good. It's a good run, and it's just the right balance. All right, we're gonna play one more set. So we're gonna go with the true half double of this game. The realest half double of them all for both difficulties it has. So this and this. These are both here. You have the middle 6, but take out one of the center panels. And now you have a 5-panel chart. I used to play my share of Nightmare here. But it hasn't aged well. Good concept, but definitely a very dated chart. As you can tell, there's no left center. Now this was a very novel concept at the time. Because remember, when this chart was released, this was the end of 2007. So it was still pretty... It's pretty old by today's standards. And they were still figuring out things to do. But like I said, hasn't really aged that well.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
Let's finish this credit and I'm gonna get dinner because I'm hungry. I'm definitely ready for food. Let's just find stuff in this folder, I guess. That makes me sad that that's not fixed. Let's fix this. This is a classic. This is one of the best charts of its time. This is a very defining chart for tones. Happens.
Absolutely perfect!
Oh well.
Wow!
Like I said, a very, very defining chart.
Next
First
stage.
time. And I think that's still a very good chart, but I'm surprised it hasn't been upgraded to a 20 yet. Which is funny because I think it was a 20 at first.
I always find that the progression of layouts crazy.
Oh yeah, I love it too. Crazy and Nightmare for this were very defining, unique, fun, and interesting. But you had to work, especially back then, because turns like those were not common at all.
Do you need an extruder? Like, next?
Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, last song of the night. Last song of the night, just to screw around. Fix this. I didn't fix this yet. Let's fix this. Here, let's finish on this, because this will be fun. It's still my favorite lyrics. Got a pinky ring the size of Texas. That will never get old. I was so happy when this chart was added. We always knew like this song could have more, but this like just blew away all of our expectations. This one is so fun. Ah, damn it. I must not have hit one of these. Oh well. I know. Happens.
Absolutely perfect!
Yep. Funny score. Funny score.
Game over!
Alright, we'll talk for just a bit before we clean up here. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you, Lollipop, for the raid. I do appreciate that a lot. Hope all y'all had a good time listening to my rant and seeing some lower level stuff for once. Because sometimes it's good to just be able to be like, oh, that's what that actually looks like. So, let's talk marathons real quick, or events. So we had the AAPI celebration hotfix last Saturday and Sunday, and I had Phoenix on Sunday, and that set definitely blew my expectations away. Like everything was at least above average for me compared to practice. So I was very happy with how that turned out. So that was a fun time, and you should definitely check out all the other runners in that showcase as well, because everybody put in a ton of work. It's a bunch of fun to watch everyone just come together for that. And in case you didn't hear the news in the last week, we're going to have a Phoenix showcase in SGDQ 2025. And it's going to be the first dance game showcase for GDQ at the event. We are doing this one live and in person. That's going to be a fun time, and that's a whole bunch of pressure on my end. So I'm going to be playing pretty hard the next 2 months to get all that ready. Especially since I have a couple things I want to submit for incentives that I'm going to have to work for. So definitely going to see a lot more of that in the next couple months. It'll be fun. Anyways, let me see who's on right now, see if I can find y'all a raid target before we go. Who's doing some stuff? Oh my goodness, I see Kleppy raiding. We're gonna go raid Kleppy. It looks like she's actually doing some, probably fundraising for St. Jude's. Hey Ellis, thank you very much. Hope you had a good time. Spell this right. There we go. Anyways, y'all go say hi to Kleppy. Go have some fun with her. And I will continue this probably tomorrow before I go to work. If not, we'll do something on Thursday. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching, everyone.